On this wonderful world of Disney, a young man seeks summer adventure on a deep-sea hunt for ancient treasure.
It's a scientific expedition. You see, a few countries and foundations got together and put up the money to salvage the wreck.
But 10 fathoms down, he finds danger instead.
There's a dead man down there.
A what?
A dead man right against this piling. There's chains wrapped around his feet to keep him down.
Mystery and intrigue await underwater in the treasure of San Bosco Reef. Next. Our story begins after these important messages.
Welcome back to the International Turtle Games. Today's winners are, in the hammer throw, track and field Leo. Whoa! Next, it's Hot Dog and Mike tearing up the slopes. At the pool, Super Swimming Ralph is making everybody else look all wet. And Powerlifting Don is making those weights fly. Look out! Oh, hope the Turtle Games were as much fun for you as they were for me.
Come on, big brother, the game awaits.
What's that?
Well, we'll be a hospital.
Gee, that must have taken weeks to draw.
No, most of it was done in just a few days on a computer.
You get to use computers here?
Let me show you something. Welcome to the future of drafting. That's going to be an apartment. And this is going to be a school.
I bet the guys that run this stuff spent years in school.
No, actually, most of them got the same education as me.
ITT Technical Institute?
Yeah.
Well, what are the chances of me getting to work at a place like this?
Well, first of all, you got to love to draw.
And second?
And second, you got to call ITT Tech. Well, come on, we're going to miss that game.
So we're a little late. I want to see more of this.
Call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0088 for an informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0088. And now, the treasure of San Bosco Reef.
That's what they figure.
What could last so long under the water?
Well, a lot of things. Not a whole ship, of course, with its galley slaves and sails, but stuff she was made out of. Lead plate and the nails and things she might have been carrying, like copper, coins, and bronze.
No gold? And how you say it, gioielli? Gemme?
Jewels?
Si, jewels.
There's some of that, but mostly it's pots and knives and pieces of metal.
Pots and knives? All the professori and all the divers just to collect junk?
It's a scientific expedition. You see, a few countries and foundations got together and put up the money to salvage the wreck. The professors examine the junk, and that way they learn about how people lived long ago.
But who cares?
Well, lots of people. Well, look, kid.
Oh, I see. They pay you divers. And you make lots of money at this, eh?
Not much. I'm not a pro yet, but I hope to be. That's why I spend my vacations diving with my Uncle Max. He used to be a frogman. You name it, he's died for it. That's why he's heading this expedition.
Capitano Max, he is your uncle?
Yeah. You know him?
Oh, see, he my very good friend. I'm a waiter in the cafe. I serve the food to everybody. What is your name?
Dave Jones.
Dave Jones. Good American name. I dig. My name is Augusto Donato. Very old Ligurian name. But to my many American friends, I am Gus. You call me Gus, eh?
Okay, Gus.
Is good. Now you are my friend. You show me how to swim under the water. With the iron tubers that breathe for you like the fish, eh?
Well, I don't know.
You ask Uncle Max, eh?
Uncle... Yeah, sure.
Hi, Davy.
Hey, Max.
How's the trip?
Fine. How you doing?
Hey, you look great.
Thank you.
You're taller.
You're fatter.
Fatter. That's pure muscle, Davy boy. I'm holding my breath underwater.
Your lungs must be slipping in.
How's your mom and dad?
Fine.
Hey, David! Your feet! I'm sorry for dropping your rubber feet in the water.
That's okay. It was an accident. There's a dead man down there.
A what?
A dead man right against this piling. There's chains wrapped around his feet to keep him down.
A dead body in the bottom of our little harbor. Here in San Bosco, that's hard to believe. We never have anything like that before. You say this man work for you, huh?
Yes, he was one of my divers.
His name?
Nicholas Petrides.
Petrides.
He was a former sponge diver from the Dodecanese Islands.
How long he's missing?
Since last weekend.
You say he has a chains around his feet, huh?
That's what we saw.
Hey, somebody just does not fall off the dock with chains on his feet. No.
Cigarette?
Thank you very much.
I'll have to notify his family.
No, we'll take care of that.
Well, Captain, if there's anything I can do to help.
Thank you very much. When we bring up the corpse, then we see. We'll be in touch with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Davy!
Hi, Cease.
Nice to have you back.
Thank you.
You been doing any diving?
The average chance I get.
Ernie, say hello to Dave Jones. Other fella doesn't have sense to stay out of the wet.
Hiya, Davy.
Maybe you could be partners with Ernie and me.
Sounds great.
How you coming with that marble statue?
Skipper, that is a work of patience as well as art. But I think I'll get it out on the next dive.
Sometimes we find something that takes special care, Davy. Come on, I want you to meet the professor. Oh, bring Ahmed and Rowell. I want to see them in the lab. You and Ernie come, too.
What's up, Max?
I'll tell you when we're all together. Gentlemen, I'd like you all to meet my nephew, David Jones. David, this is Dr. Hans Lindquist. archaeologist at the University of Salisbury.
How'd you do, young man?
Fine, sir. Pleased to meet you.
This is Professor Donatelli, antiquarian and historian.
Piacere. Scusi.
And Dr. Basil Menton, art historian of the Dominion Museum.
Charmed, my boy, charmed. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Exquisite piece, this, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It sure is.
I date it from the early Periclean age, possibly the school of Phidias. To think that that was 400 years old, even before the Argosy went to the bottom.
Oh, really?
Give the lad a chance to get with it, Doc. After all, he's just stepped on board.
Oh, of course, of course.
Come and meet the rest of the diving crew, Dave.
Hi, cousin from America, oui?
No, nephew. My name's Dave.
Of course. I am Raoul.
He used to be a dealer at Monte Carlo until somebody broke the bank at his table.
Now he's in a safer line of work. I am Ahmed.
Yes, the terrible Turk. He used to dive for pearls, but now we use him to scare the sharks. One look at him and veteran tail, eh?
Fellas, I just found out what happened to Nick.
Huh?
We found him this morning in the village, under the wharf.
Under the wharf?
Drowned.
Oh, no, très tragique.
Nick drowned? Oh, he must have been drunk.
No. Drunk or sober, Nick was not a man to drown. Before he is walking, he is swimming like a porpoise. How can this happen?
There was a length of chain around his feet.
Chain?
He was murdered. Is that it?
It looks that way.
Why, Nick?
Right after payday. Well, I warned Nick many times not to flash a roll around town. Somebody must have seen it.
I don't think so.
What else, then?
Vendetta, perhaps.
What about the girl we saw him with at the restaurant?
No.
Well, it's about the same thing.
All right, fellas, hold it. The important thing is, if any of you know anything that might help the police, Captain Malcioni would appreciate hearing about it. In the meantime, we'll just carry on with our work as usual.
Eh bien?
Okay, Skipper.
You want to dive with me, Dave?
Sure.
Come on, I'll get you some.
Winning an Olympic event is hard. Winning an official U.S. Olympic team t-shirt at Supercuts is easy. Throwing a discus really far is hard. Winning a t-shirt or even a year's free haircuts is easy. You only get one chance to lift a barbell, but you could win every day at Supercuts. Looking good at synchronized swimming is hard, but at Supercuts, looking good is no problem. Enter today at Supercuts. Easy, huh?
I'm still young, and I wanted to do something with my life, something that counts.
I needed more training to secure a larger income.
And that's what I was able to do through ACT.
There's computer applications, computerized bookkeeping and accounting.
All the supplies were free, the textbooks were free.
Personal power skills, the healthcare assistance program.
And it's all free.
I've changed my whole life.
Act now. 1-800-860-6000.
I took this free course and I have a great job.
At Chuck E. Cheese's, we love all kinds of kids.
Hi, Melissa.
Even your little monkey.
Hi, Bernard.
So if you've got a little monkey at your house, bring him to
Chuck E. Cheese's.
Have you seen Bernard? Bernard?
A kid can be a kid.
Oh, Bernard. Bernard.
Discover the enchantment of Broadway on the Grand. The Broadway Theater Guild's new season opens with the return of the Weber and Rice musical drama, Evita, followed by the award-winning Neil Simon comedy, Lost in Yonkers. You'll cruise the Caribbean in the musical Once on This Island. Truman Capote is back in the comedy True, starring Robert Morse. A beloved children's book comes to life in the musical The Secret Garden. And Kathy Rigby returns to DeVos Hall in Annie Get Your Gun. Reserve your seats now. Call 235-6285.
Coming soon to video. It's no mystery why kids love The Great Mouse Detective. Everyone has a favorite character.
Basil's really smart because he made that formula and we don't even know how.
Actually, it's elementary.
Writing it was a mean rat.
What did you call me?
He doesn't like to be called a rat. So call him a mouse, okay? I like the part where Toby's ears turn into stairs.
It's pure family fun. Disney's The Great Mouse Detective.
All set?
Ready.
doing down there, Davy?
It's great. How are the ears? Any discomfort? Not at all. You and Ernie ready?
I'm ready. Ernie, get your gear on.
Okay, Chief.
I thought you said you were working on that marble statue with the missing head.
Yes? Was. I should get it up on the next dive.
I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's gone.
What?
After the wreck, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the captain's quarters. I thought it'd be valuable cargo there.
Well, it's gone, just like that gold cup I spotted the other day. I found the rocket was attached to, but it's gone.
Skipper, you're right. What now?
I don't know. Let's keep it quiet, for the time being at least.
What's going on?
Nothing. A couple of items got misplaced, that's all.
There's something funny going on, isn't there?
Funny? We're salvaging an antique treasure. Nothing funny about that, is there?
You know what I mean. First, one of your divers is murdered. And second, you're acting real unconcerned about it, but you don't fool me.
Now look, Davy, don't play detective.
Oh, Max, hasn't it occurred to you that Nick's murder might be connected with his stealing?
It has occurred to me. Now make yourself useful. Go on down the float and keep your eye on my diver's bubbles.
Capitano Max, Senor David.
Buonasera, Gus.
What is new by the dead man under the wharf?
Well, you get around more than we do, Gus. Suppose you tell us.
Quasi niente. They say it's his murder.
Oh?
And the murderer is even now in this village, yes?
How do you figure that?
The only way in and out of the village is over the mountain or by motorboat.
So?
So nobody's gone over the mountain or by motorboat in 1 week.
Who told you that?
Capitano Malcione told me.
He told you?
But almost. He was talking to Genova on the telephone, and I was sweeping nearby to him.
Between you two guys, we ought to catch that culprit in a matter of hours, right? Meanwhile, I'd like some soup, huh?
Si, Capitano.
Me too, Gus.
Did Cease tell you that he
Oh,
did?
David, how about tomorrow you show me how to dive in water with tubos of air?
Why not, Gus? Take a couple of tanks. Show them how.
Well, I thought I was supposed to...
Have fun, right. You kids enjoy yourselves. How about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Bene, Capitano. Grazie, grazie.
And how about the soup, huh?
Direttamente, Capitano.
Nothing like a hard day underwater to...
Oh, Capitano, I forgot your butter.
Grazie. Gives you an appetite, doesn't it?
Yeah. And thanks. I thought you wanted me to work on the wreck with you.
I do. And you will. As soon as this mess is cleared up. Sometimes I prefer to work alone, Davy. Especially when it might be dangerous to the life of my inquisitive nephew. Here.
Remember everything I showed you. But most important, don't fight it. Just relax and breathe easy. That way your air will last longer. Put your mask on.
We'll turn your air on here. You ready?
I am ready when you are ready, David.
Story continues after these...
My little brother. I'm still in college with a couple of years to go. He studied electronics at ITT Technical Institute and is already working for a good company. While I'm studying the past, he's working on the future.
You can work on your future by preparing for a career in electronics at ITT Tech.
Call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0088 for an informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0088. Call now.
Gordon, right?
Yes.
Have you ever worked with anything high-tech?
No.
Thank you for the resume.
But we're looking for someone with
More education.
some experience. Good luck to you.
What you don't know can hurt you. So let ITT Tech help. Call 1-800-942-0088 for an informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0088.
Next. Lisa has a crush on her new teacher.
Yesterday, he read a Charlotte's Web and cried at the end.
On The Simpsons. Then, with his girlfriend away, Parker wants to play. And when he falls into the clutches of an older woman...
You've got a real dopey thing going for you.
Can he fight temptation?
Running back to my place.
Must resist. Just say no.
Parker Lewis.
Yes.
An all-new episode right after The Simpsons. Thursday on Fox.
Use the Education MasterCard and we'll contribute a portion of the interest to West Michigan schools. Call 1-800-733-3359 for an application. Or visit any First of America, because we shouldn't shortchange our kids.
That is magnifico, David. The world of the fishes.
You did real good, Gus. Just remember, don't get too sure of yourself. Something can always go wrong.
You don't scare me that easy, amigo. Though I did think, what is this when that other diver swam by?
Other diver?
See, when I waved to you, look, there was this other diver, but he swam around the rock out of sight before you could turn.
Was he a diver like us? I mean, with tanks and fins and the whole bit?
See?
That's funny. There wouldn't be anybody from the wreck. Do you know any other divers from town?
No, only Capitano Max and his divers.
Well, how'd it go, Davy?
Fine. How's it going here?
Okay.
Ahmed and Cease down below?
Yeah, skipper's with them.
How long have they been down there?
Oh, about 20 minutes.
Did you dive before they did?
Yeah. Hey, what are the questions, Davy?
Well, I just want to take my turn and want to know who I'd be working with. Interesting work, isn't it?
Yes, very much.
I was thinking of taking up archaeology. Marine archaeology, of course.
Ah.
You ever do any diving?
Oh, yes.
You the one who discovered the wrecked Argosy?
No. She was discovered accidentally by some sponge divers.
Still dive?
Occasionally, yeah. We all do.
I didn't mean to bother you.
Oh, no, not at all. Asking questions is one way to learn. Feel free to ask anytime.
Okay, I will. Thank you. See you later.
Hmm?
Hiya, Dave. Back already?
What do you mean already? That was a big morning.
How'd he do?
Pretty good. Oh, by the way, he saw another diver over there near the promontory.
Another diver?
That's what he said. He saw him, I didn't. And what's more, I know there's no other divers around here except us.
Well, now, how do you know that?
Gus told me, and he's right. I checked it out in town.
Now, listen, Davy. I told you not to play detective.
I'm not playing, Max. What he saw was accidental. I just thought it might interest you, that's all.
It does interest me, but let's keep it to ourselves. We'll talk about it later, huh?
Sure. Now, how about my turn on the wreck?
Be my guest.
Buonasera.
Bonjour, Captain. Bonjour.
How you are, huh?
Nice seeing you again.
Thank you. Prego. Thank you.
Ah, good evening, Captain. Won't you join us?
Thank you. Thank you.
Would you like brandy?
Oh, no, brandy. No.
Well, how about an espresso, then?
Well, if you insist, huh?
Oh, gosh.
See?
Bring one espresso, will you, please?
See, Capitano.
I have something that may be interesting you.
Oh, yes?
A small collection of art. A small collection of art has come into my hands. A marble of gold, all very, very antiquity. I believe it originated in the sea. You like to see?
Yes, I would.
Maybe we can meet in the commissariato.
Fine.
Oh, when you finish.
I'll join you in a few minutes.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the espresso.
You think that could be the stuff from the wreck?
It's possible.
Well, Max, you know it's gotta be.
Why?
Because the Capitano is not an admirer of art. That is why.
I'll be right back.
Be right back, Gus.
You stay here and solve the mystery with Gus.
Follow me, David.
Where?
Just follow me.
Well, Capitano.
This piece and this big one here, I saw in the wreck myself. These other things, I don't recognize.
But you would say these other objects of art could have come from the wreck of the Argosy, no?
I can only be positive about these two.
They could have come from the wreck, yes.
Yes.
In other words, you say it is likely that they come from the wreck.
Very likely.
All right, I agree with you. Leave, per favor. That is what I've been trying to convince Signor Agostino of. But he insisted that he found these washed up on the beach.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Of course it is.
How did these objects come into your possession? I assume this gentleman didn't bring them to you.
Oh, no. You see, in following the movement of your dead diver Petrini, my man find that on the night he died, he was seen in a cafe together with Signor Agostino. So I investigate the Signor Agostino, and I find this interesting collection in his room. Well, with this fact, it became obvious to me that he and Petridis work together. Hey, you got the greed and you killed him, huh? Huh?
I find it difficult to believe that Petridis would be hooked up.
I find it hard to believe you didn't know this was missing.
Well, I did.
Ah.
In a way. I had no idea there was this much.
How long has this been going on?
A couple of weeks.
When you did find out, why you don't come and tell me, huh?
I didn't think it was important enough to bother you with until now.
It became obvious to me that you have not been completely honest with me. You'll hear from me later. Good night. Guardia.
Hi, Skipper.
Well, join us, eh?
You're not gonna believe that, are you?
Huh? Believe what?
Oh, all that talk in there.
In where?
I had to throw away the garbage. I cannot help it if the can's in front of Capitano Malcione's window.
I thought I told you to stay here.
Look, Max, Petridis couldn't be the thief. The headless Athena disappeared after he was killed.
I know. It's been bothering me, too.
Espresso, gelati, see?
No, thank Gus. Augustino must have stolen the statue himself.
But how?
Same as we do, dive for it at night when nobody's around.
With tanks?
Why not?
They need an air compressor to refill them. And you don't bring something like that in here without everybody knowing about it.
You know what we've done?
What's that?
We've eliminated Petridis and Augustino. That means the person who stole the headless statue is someone in my crew.
Not only the crew, but the professors, too. Lindquist told me he'd steal dives. And another thing, maybe Petridis wasn't a thief at all. Maybe he caught onto the caper, muscled in, and they bumped him off.
They?
Augustino and the thief. The real thief. Or maybe he was part of the gang and he wanted a bigger cut.
Now it's a gang.
Well, why not?
Listen, Charlie Chan. If you keep this up, I'm going to start suspecting you.
Well, you can't. I have an alibi. I wasn't here until...
It's nice of our Uncle Max to tell you we have another lesson this morning, eh?
Yes, he's always doing real nice things for me.
Maybe we catch Big Aragosta for Uncle Max. You see them down there?
Yeah, I saw him. Well, look, you rest up here. I'll be right back.
story continues after these messages.
Tonight,
I want us to have a baby.
Michael isn't ready to start a family.
We need time to lead our own lives before we can give it all to a baby.
So when Jane gets pregnant,
Michael must be walking on air. Actually, I haven't told him that.
she faces a painful decision.
Are you thinking of maybe not having the baby? I don't know.
And Billy talks the guys into bungee jumping.
There goes Jane.
But will he take the plunge?
You ready? 1, 2...
An all-new Melrose Place after 90210 tonight.
All across America, more people repurchase Kenmore appliances than any other brand. In fact, over 1 out of 2 homes in the country count on Kenmore. And now, in celebration of Kenmore's 65th anniversary, count on saving $100 on this 4.8 peak horsepower Kenmore canister vacuum with double brushes and beater bar. And save $60 on this matching large capacity heavy duty washer dryer pair. Kenmore, only at the store you trust.
It's the School Day Savings Stampede Sale at Value City. Young men's famous label denim jeans and jackets, not $32 to $90. Jeans $19.99 and $24.99. Jackets $29.99. $2.5 million buyout. Men's and boys college logo activewear. Men's not $16 to $20. Your choice $7.99. Boys not $12 to $14. Only $4.99 and $5.99. And ladies college logo fleece tops not $20. Only $9.99. During the School Day Savings Stampede Sale at all Value City department stores.
Now, a Channel Z update.
Earlier today, Dwayne Hero unearthed a shocking but true story on free career training. Dwayne, is it true by simply calling 800-860-6000, one can enroll in free programs?
Yes. One must be a 9 high school grad or GED holder without a high school diploma. 18 or older as of September 1st.
Incredible. What else?
Free supplies and a certificate of completion.
Amazing story. 800-860-6000. It's simple. More later.
The treasure of San Bosco Reef will continue after these messages.
I love her. There's only 2 times a man uses that word, tennis, and when he's already paid for the room.
Next time on Cheers.
Vixen, nice to see you too.
Well, looks like Carla's son wants to swap vows with his girlfriend.
Yuck.
As in permanently.
Anthony's talking about getting married.
So, can Carla squash this teenage love match?
I'm not losing a son. I'm gaining your face.
Yeah, next time on Cheers.
Tonight at 7 on Fox 17.
I was out of a job. Now I've got a whole new career.
As a single parent, I needed a better job fast.
Career training gave me the skills to get a great job.
They went to the National Education Center, and so can you. If you'd like a career in electronics, pick up the phone and call NEC for this brochure. Training's not hard and takes less time than you think.
For a brochure, call 1-800-722-7337. 1-800-722-7337. Call now.
Your nearby West Michigan GMC truck dealers bring you live NFL preseason action when the Houston Oilers visit the Detroit Lions Saturday night at 7 on Fox 17.
Things look bad.
Unprecedented fighting has again erupted, leaving thousands either dead or homeless.
Even worse,
Markets wobble amid rumors of another impending economic collapse.
there's good news.
Jesus said, don't you let your heart be troubled. Take the anchor of the soul, which is hope. Build this anchor out of God's Word and His promises.
Watch The Believer's Voice of Victory with Kenneth Copeland. Good news every day.
Are you a ringer for Brenda or a double for Dylan? If you resemble any cast member from Beverly Hills 90210 or can look like you belong with the gang, then enter the 90210 Lookalike Contest. You could win a $500 Steccady's gift certificate and autographed 90210 sweatshirt. To enter, bring a picture of yourself with that 90210 look to any Steckady store and fill out an entry. 40 finalists will be selected to compete in a contest on August 22nd. Watch the show on these dates to see the finalists from Steccady's and Fox 17.
And now, back to our story.
That must not be right back. What happened?
I had another one, but he got away. Anyway, this one's bigger.
Ah. I will tell Uncle Max what a fight this one gives me. What a pro, he will say. What a bravo ragazzo. Hot dogs.
Down about how it's being done, is there?
No. The question still is who?
Right. There's only one sure way of finding out. I'll keep watch here and catch the thief red-handed next time he comes back with a stolen piece.
Well, that wouldn't work. If you're gone from the boat, they get suspicious. Look, Max, you know as well as I do, it's gotta be me.
No. That's out. It's too dangerous.
But it wouldn't have to be. Look, listen up. I'm the only one on the boat that they wouldn't miss, because I go to the beach anyway. I could sit here and watch for his bubbles and then give you the high sign.
What kind of a high sign? I can't see you here from the boat.
The flare gun. You could sure see that.
Well, I don't know.
Well, look, what can go wrong? You already said nobody can see me from the boat. So when you get the flare, you can dive down, count noses, see who's missing, and then watch the guilty guy swim back to the wreck.
Well, maybe.
Look, Max, it's the only way.
You know something? Being an uncle has got to be a lot rougher than being a father.
Buddy.
You've been following me, huh?
See?
And you followed me yesterday.
For 4 or 5 days, you very misterioso. You go to rock, sit long time each day. Why?
Well, I can't tell you now. You just go back to town and I'll tell you later.
But David, I want to sit with you. Maybe I can...
Look it, do what I say or no more diving. Now, which is it?
More diving.
Okay, beat it. I'll tell you about it later. It's Ernie.
Well, how Agostino and Ernie plan to get rid of that ancient treasure?
Oh, cease. A lot of rich collectors would buy antiques as rare as those in the black market, as long as they knew they were authentic.
Or you could melt the gold down.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Well, as long as the mystery's solved, what do you say we celebrate with a brandy?
Is it solved, Cease? We still don't know how Petrides fits in, or why he was killed.
Well,
the Capitano is right. I have taken the trouble to investigate the alibi of Ernie and Mr. Agostino. The report is just to come in. They are what you call clean.
Well, who do you think it is?
Well, the list narrows down to 2 members of your expedition. Including you, Capitano. Good night.
See what I tell you, David? Italiano mystery's not so simple, eh?
Turner Broadcasting and Time Life Video dare you to take a walk on the wild side with Trials of Life, the gripping, award-winning nature video series that explains
from everywhere for thousands of name brand values store-wide. It's the School Days Savings Stampede Sale at Value City, featuring a big selection of famous maker back-to-school fashions for boys and girls, including shirts, sweaters, tops, and jeans. Not $11 to $24. Take your choice, $5.99. Plus another great selection of back-to-school fashions for boys and girls, including tops, rain slickers, and leggings. Not $9 to $24. Take your choice, a low, low $4.99. You'll find it all during the School Days Savings Stampede Sale at all Value City department stores.
New friends, new loves. Beverly Hills 90210 on Fox 17.
Life in the Fox Lane.
On this wonderful world of Disney, part 2 of The Treasure of San Bosco Reef. The thief has been caught, but
we still don't know how Petrides fits in, or why he was killed.
Dave and Max must now solve a murder.
Well, who do you think it is?
The list narrows down to 2 members of your expedition.
Everyone is a suspect.
Don't look now, but I think we're being followed.
And Dave must solve the whodunit before he's done in. Coming up next. Our story begins after these important messages.
Awesome. Inspired by what is colossal or spectacular, also see Thunder Bay. Wet. Wild. Fun. 1 million gallons of thunder, Michigan's largest wave pool, new and only at Splash Water Park, Grand Rapids. Awesome.
Winning an Olympic event is hard. Winning an official U.S. Olympic team t-shirt at Supercuts is easy. Throwing a discus really far is hard. Winning a t-shirt or even a year's free haircuts is easy. You only get one chance to lift a barbell, but you could win every day at Supercuts. Looking good at synchronized swimming is hard, but at Supercuts, looking good is no problem. Enter today at Supercuts. Easy, huh?
Workers' compensation. How long will your benefits last? They say your injury has healed and you can return to work. You say you're still hurt and unable to work. If they attempt to terminate your benefits, you can do something about it. Call us and we'll show you how. J. Trucks and Associates, lawyers for the injured. Call 451-3900.
And now, the treasure of San Bosco Reef. In part one of The Treasure of San Bosco Reef, young Dave Jones rejoined his Uncle Max, the captain of an underwater salvage expedition. Their reunion, however, was interrupted by Dave's young friend, Gus.
Hey, David! Your feet!
Gus's stumble led to the shocking discovery of Nicholas Patrice, one of Max's divers. After reporting their find to the local police, Max informed the rest of the crew of Nick's awful fate.
Fellas, I just found out what happened to Nick.
Huh?
We found him this morning in the village, under the wharf.
Under the wharf?
Drowned.
How can this happen?
There was a length of chain around his feet.
Chain? He was murdered, is that it?
It looks that way.
Dave and Max became aware that valuable pieces were missing from the wreck and feared that one of their own divers was involved. When Dave witnessed the thief in action, he followed him to his treasure cave and later devised a plan to apprehend the thief.
I could sit here and watch for his bubbles and then give you the high sign.
What kind of a high sign? I can't see you here from the boat.
The flare gun. You could sure see that.
Well, I don't know.
Well, look, what can go wrong? You already said nobody can see me from the boat. So when you get the flare, you can dive down, count noses, see who's missing, and then watch the guilty guy swim back to the wreck.
The plan worked, and the thief turned out to be Ernie, a member of the crew. His apprehension solves the mystery of the stolen treasure, but
we still don't know how Patrides fits in, or why he was killed.
Now Dave and Max must solve a case of murder.
Italiano mystery's not so simple, eh?
Where everyone is a suspect in the suspenseful conclusion of the treasure of San Bosco Reef. And now, the story resumes.
Professors, we're bringing up the anchor.
Be careful. Slowly. Yeah. Would you lower her, please? Thank you. I thought you said it was Greek. It looks Phoenician to me.
Oh, rot, Doctor. The style of the stock is too sophisticated.
Something's wrong with Ahmed.
The bends. I don't know. He just passed out.
Couldn't be the bends. He hasn't been down long enough.
Embolism perhaps, eh?
Bring him up on the float. Better get him to a doctor.
Well, how is he?
He's dead.
Dead? How?
The doctor didn't seem to know exactly. He said something about respiratory failure.
Hey, Capitano! Capitano, I'm glad I catch you in time. I can trouble you for a hitchhike to your diving boat.
Oh, sure, Captain. May I ask why?
Well, you know your dead diver, Demetrius Ahmed. Well, I just received a telephone from the dottore, and he tell me that he died from metallic poison. Well, that worked very, very fast to make 1 hour. So it had to be somebody on your boat that give it to him. I'm sorry to have to trouble you, but you know, it's my business to investigate, ask questions.
Sure. Sure, Captain.
Very kind, very kind. Polyethylene glycol. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's close enough, Captain.
What is its use?
To rid the wood of encrustations.
Incrustation.
Incrustazione.
Ah. Hydrochloric acid, eh?
For cleaning pottery.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dottore. Sodium fluoride.
For the preservation of the wood.
Yes, yes, I know. Well, you have many, many fatal poison here. This expedition, important as it is, seems to have much violence. I'm sorry, but because everyone here is under suspicion, I must ask that nobody here leave San Bosco.
Ultraggioso. My concerts you hear about this, mark my words.
Please, you must believe I'm very, very sorry. Men of your distinguished career, professional standing. But after all, somebody here give Ahmed Demetrius the poison.
He could not have taken it himself, accidentally.
Hardly likely, Doctor.
Have you considered suicide?
Yeah.
No. So we are to consider ourselves prisoners?
Well, let us say prisoners at large. You will be free to continue your work. But, like I say, nobody is to leave San Bosco without my permission.
Captain Malcioni, aren't you forgetting one important thing?
What is that?
I'm just as anxious as you are to find out who is responsible for Ahmed's death. In fact, I have taken the liberty of doing a little investigating on my own.
You have?
Yes. I've telephoned the American consulate in Naples and asked him to give me a rundown on every man aboard this ship.
Captain, surely you can't
Like
possibly...
the man said, it has to be one of us. The question is, which one? Maybe I'll find out when I get that information from Naples.
I, too, will be interested in that information. A good day, gentlemen.
The BBC, Turner Broadcasting and Time Life Video dare you to take a walk on the wild side with Trials of Life, the gripping, award-winning nature video series that exposes the struggle to survive through uncensored, shocking photography. Join acclaimed naturalist David Attenborough for a close encounter with raw nature as you've never seen it before. Violent footage shows you the life and death struggle to survive in a harsh and brutal world. The quest for food, the thrill of the hunt, and the strategy of the kill. The battle for supremacy, the relentless drive to continue the bloodline, and the miracle of birth. Trials of Life is a first-hand account of the struggle to survive in a savage, untamed environment. Call this toll-free number now to receive Hunting and Escaping for $9.99. You'll see up close why the law of the jungle is kill or be killed. Try Hunting and Escaping. If it captures your interest, you can get other videos about every other month. Each tape explores the harsh realities of survival in the animal world. Trials of Life is a video series that will change the way you look at nature and yourself. People magazine calls Trials of Life visually stunning. Entertainment Weekly says Trials of Life is one of the liveliest nature shows ever. See the deadly art of survival in the wild in Trials of Life. Some scenes may not be suitable for younger viewers. Take a walk on the wild side with Trials of Life. Call now to order Hunting and Escaping for $9.99 and find out why we call them animals.
To order your Trials of Life video, call 1-800-235-7888 or send $9.99 plus $3.23 shipping and handling to Trials of Life, Grand Central Station, P.O. Box 5294, Department L-771, New York, New York.
Coming soon to video. It's no mystery why kids love The Great Mouse Detective. Everyone has a favorite character.
Basketball's really smart because he made that formula and we don't even know how.
Actually, it's elementary.
Writing it was a mean rat.
What did you call me?
He doesn't like to be called a rat. So call him a mouse, okay? I like the part where Toby's ears turn into stairs.
It's pure family fun. Disney's The Great Mouse Detective.
You wanted to talk to me?
Yes. No matter what you say, I'm not a stupid man.
I never said you were.
Then you must have a reason for telling your men in front of me that they're going to be investigated.
That's right.
Well, you like to tell me the reason?
Sure, why not? There's one thing you said I buy 100%. Whoever killed Ahmed had to be one of the men aboard my boat. If he thought he were going to be exposed, he'd have one of two alternatives. One, he could make a run for it. Or two, he could make certain I didn't receive my answer from Naples. Somehow I have to rule out number one. Whoever is behind this has gone too far to run now and leave behind maybe $500,000.
And you hope to be there when this somebody intercepted information from Napoli, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I'd appreciate it if you'd let my mail come through unopened.
Oh, surely you don't think I would invade the privacy of an American citizen, huh?
I don't know, Malcioni. Would you?
You want something, old buddy?
No thanks, cuz. How'd it go?
How did what go?
What did Malcioni want to talk to you alone about?
He's grasping at straws. The truth is, Malcioni doesn't know anything more than I do. And right now, that's nothing.
Well, he must have wanted to talk to you about something.
Well, he was curious about why I tipped my hand by mentioning that phone call to Naples in front of the others.
Well, that's easy. You did that to flesh out the guy we're looking for.
We?
Well...
Now look, Davy, I asked you to stay out of this. Is that clear?
I bring the espresso anyway, yes?
Hi, Gus. How's the diving coming?
Pretty good. I'm practicing to breathe like so.
Hey, that's good.
We go diving tomorrow, yes?
Well, I don't know. We're more sure-handed now than ever.
Oh, I think we can spare you, Davy. Go ahead, take a couple of tanks. Take him out. Do you good.
Hot dogs! 9 o'clock tomorrow?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll meet you here, I guess.
Good morning, old buddy. We go to the beach this morning, eh?
No. I got a better idea. How would you like to dive down and see the wreck?
You mean it? Yes?
Well, sure. Come on, I already got the tanks in the boat.
Oh, boy.
Don't look now, but I think we're being followed.
Oh, sure, old buddy. That's Hugo.
Who's Hugo?
How you say it, simple cloth man?
Plainclothesman?
Si, plainclothesman. Hugo, a barber for Capitano Malcione. Part-time.
What's he following us for?
Maybe we're suspicious characters, eh? Ciao.
Now you stay right with me, okay? Test your air. Well, what do you think?
I can't wait to go under again.
Hey, look.
Senor Hugo, is it not hard to catch fish without bait?
Hello. Where's the... Oh, Capitano.
Hello, Malcione.
I was looking for you.
Oh?
Everything is going good today, down below?
Oh, yes, very good, thanks.
Good, very good. Oh, you received a message from the consul in Napoli?
No, not yet.
Oh. Why you lie to me?
What does that mean? Lie to you?
All of these days I think you're my friend, and all of these days you lie to me.
Why don't you just say what you mean?
Well, all right. Number one, I don't believe you expect a message from the consul in Napoli. And number two, why you work by yourself without my help when you catch the American Ernie? Tell me that.
Because I wanted to get some proof. I wanted to catch him red-handed. If you started moving in, asking questions, Ernie might have been scared off.
You believe that the police in San Bosco is not competent, huh?
Come off it. I was trying to help.
But your plan did not work, am I correct?
What are you driving at?
It was a big surprise to me when the two prisoners confessed to me that you are the leader.
The what?
Yes. They name you leader of this pirate gang that steal the treasure below the sea. And murdering, too.
And you believe that?
Please, come with me to the commissariato.
You're not going to arrest Uncle Max.
Under the condition of what I should do, huh? You'll come peacefully.
It looks like I don't have much choice.
Good.
You stay here, Dave. Cease, when you're finished here, see that David gets back to the pensione, will you?
All right.
Hi, Davy. Sorry about the skipper, kid, but I had to tell the truth, didn't I?
What are you doing here? I thought I told you to stay out of this.
Well, me and Cease got a couple ideas. He's in talking with Malchoni now.
What does he know about Italian law? He's a diver, not a lawyer.
We're only trying to help.
I know, Davy.
Did you find out why Ernie put the finger on you?
I have a pretty good idea.
What?
Whoever's behind this obviously wants to get me out of the way so he can intercept that information from Naples when it arrives.
Max had tried everything. Insufficient evidence, habeas corpus, the works.
Well, thanks for trying anyway, Cease.
I just wish I could do some good.
There is something you can do for me.
What is it?
Keep your eye out for that letter from Naples. Right now, it looks as if that's the only key that's going to open this door for me.
Right.
And, watch out for this one, will you? Keep him out of trouble.
All right. Anything else I can do for you?
Gentlemen, visiting time is up.
Take it easy, Skipper.
So long.
Bye, Max.
So long, Dave.
That's quite a day, wasn't it, Davy?
Yeah, I'm tired, too. I sure hope that letter gets here soon. I'll see you in the morning, Cease.
Good night, Dave.
Cease! Cease!
Davy? Dave?
What happened? I'm all right. Somebody slugged me. Cease? Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I guess so.
You're not cut. Did you see who it was?
No. But whoever it was after Skipper's correspondence from Naples.
Well, yeah, but it took the letter.
David. Did I let him get away with that letter?
No, don't worry about it. It was
Don't
only...
worry about it. Skipper entrusted me with that letter. It's the only chance he's got of clearing himself.
What I'm trying to say is the letter that guy took was from my mom and dad.
From your mom and dad?
Our story continues after these messages.
Come on, big brother, the game awaits.
What's that?
Well, we'll be a hospital.
Gee, that must have taken weeks to draw.
No, most of it was done in just a few days on a computer.
You get to use computers here?
Let me show you something. Welcome to the future of drafting. That's gonna be an apartment. And this is gonna be a school.
I bet the guys that run this stuff spent years in school.
No, actually, most of them got the same education as me.
ITT Technical Institute?
Yeah.
Well, what are the chances of me getting to work at a place like this?
Well, first of all, you gotta love to draw.
And second?
And second, you gotta call ITT Tech. Well, come on, we're gonna miss that game.
So we're a little late. I want to see more of this.
Call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0088 for an informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0088.
Lois Finkler and family are looking forward to the day her son Bernie moves into Creston Ridge, his new home on Leonard and Grand Rapids. It's much different than the Kalamazoo Psychiatric Facility where they've had to visit him for 14 years.
So over here, he ought to enjoy it, and anybody who comes here, they'll be happy. I never saw such a beautiful facility. It's really nice.
Creston Ridge is a home for the severely mentally ill, a joint project of Hope Network and the Transitions Program of Community Mental Health. Most of the 20 residents who move in this month are from the state hospital. Now they'll be a part of the neighborhood and receive community services.
These are people, and they have a right to be in this community like you and I, and we're excited about that, and we're going to continue to do everything we can to go after the stigma.
To treat them and not make fun of them and be nice to them and let them get used to living in an environment, and you'll just notice a change in them.
Cheryl Adams reporting for Page 17.
Hi, Gus.
Hi.
Morning, Dave.
Morning, Cease. I went by your room to see if you wanted breakfast, but you already gone.
I went over to see Max, and he wants us to close down operations for the time being.
What do you mean, shut down?
Well, we're short-handed.
Well, we can handle it.
I know it, but that's what he wants us to do. We have to go back to the boat and tell the professors and pick up the equipment. Gus?
See?
There's something you can do for us, something very important. Do you think you can borrow a boat?
Oh, see. Senor Tiento the fisherman, very old friend of mine.
Good. Now, here's what I want you to do. Go to the Penzione after the mailboat comes this afternoon and see if there's a letter from Naples for Captain Maxwell. Now, if there is, bring it out to me on the boat and don't stop and talk to anybody. Understand?
See. Like David says, you betcha.
Let's go, Davy.
Scusa, capitano.
Gus. The letter must have come. Did it come?
See.
According to this, no one on this expedition has ever been charged with anything more serious than a misdemeanor.
Let me see.
Is not good news, David? Well, I got to get back to work. See you later, David.
I'll see you, Gus. Thanks a lot.
Was nothing.
How are we going to tell Max?
I don't know.
We have most of our equipment together. Perhaps you'd like to give us a hand. Packing. So, this and that all has to be packed.
That doesn't quite match my curious young friend. Raoul? Move over. Come. Gentlemen, unfortunately, I have to inform you that our work has come to an end.
What do you mean? He's not the real linguist, for one thing.
Quite true.
Incredible. I cannot believe you are a thief and a murderer. No, 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 no.
Thank you, Doctor, for doubting it. It's a tribute to the effectiveness of my disguise.
What about the real linguist?
I can assure you he has not been harmed. On the contrary, he's quite comfortable at the house I rented in the south of France. A bold venture from the very beginning. Unfortunately, I hadn't counted on Captain Maxwell sending for these and exposing me.
What are you going to do with us?
Well, nothing, if you choose to cooperate. Frankly, gentlemen, I intend to leave tonight with the treasure for the group I represent. So I must apologize especially to my distinguished colleagues for asking you to submit to the indignity of being tied. But you see, I cannot afford any more risks. Raoul, the ropes.
What are you trying to do? The acid at the end of the table. Of course. Non così presto, mi aspetti. Wait for me. Adesso. Now.
Just unconscious.
Oh, bene. Grazie.
Our story continues after these messages.
Check it out!
If you love the sports, stars, action, and fun of Disney Adventures, the magazine for kids,
Yes!
then don't miss this free special collector's issue.
All right!
With an exclusive sneak peek of Disney's exciting new series, Goof Troop.
Yes!
So get your own free Disney Adventures collector's issue with the Goof Troop preview.
And here's how to get it.
Hey kids, get your free special collector's edition of the Disney Adventures magazine only at Meijer with the purchase of any of these Disney items. Offer good while supplies last.
Now, a Channel Z update.
Earlier today, Dwayne Hero unearthed a shocking but true story on free career training. Dwayne, is it true by simply calling 800-860-6000, one can enroll in free programs?
Yes. One must be a 9 high school grad or GED holder without a high school diploma. 18 or older as of September 1st.
Incredible. What else?
Free supplies and a certificate of completion.
Amazing story. 800-860-6000. It's simple. More later.
Every year, it gets more expensive to educate our kids. The Education MasterCard can help. Use it and we'll contribute a portion of the interest to area schools. It has a 15.9 APR and no annual fee. Call 1-800-733-3359 to apply. Or visit any First of America branch and start spending for education. Sponsored by First of America Bank and West Michigan Television Broadcasters.
My birthday? That means I'm going to Chuck E. Cheese's like my big brother Petey did. Hey, I want a real ride. Yeah. Oh, no. Tell him, Petey. I want pizza. I want fun. I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese's. I may have to cry. Next year, kid. Next year. Chuck E. Cheese's. That does it. I'm out of here.
The Treasure of San Bosco Reef will continue after these messages.
Lisa has a crush on her new teacher.
Yesterday, he read a Charlotte's Web and cried at the end.
On The Simpsons. Then, with his girlfriend away, Parker wants to play. And when he falls into the clutches of an older woman,
You've got a real Opie thing going for you.
can he fight temptation?
I'm gonna go back to my place.
Must resist. Just say no.
Parker Lewis.
Yes.
An all-new episode right after The Simpsons. Thursday on Fox.
Sorry for the interruption.
The what?
Well, that's what a commercial is, basically, right?
Don't tell him that.
Why not? Let's be upfront about this. This is a commercial. Hold it. Don't zap me yet.
I usually zap the commercials.
I understand. But you could really use these books. Know what they are?
Encyclopedia Britannica. I've seen your commercials.
Good.
But I think I'm too young to use it.
That's what a lot of people...
I'll handle it. This is for all ages. Here you go. Ready reference. What are you studying?
Elephants.
Volume 4. Check it out.
They're endangered.
I know. Then if you want more information, you got this next section.
Knowledge in depth.
How'd you know that?
I read it off the books.
I'll accept that. What else are you studying?
Pyramids.
Okay, you got your Egyptian pyramids, no extra charge for the camels, and you got your ancient Mayan pyramids. Look at all this great stuff.
We're also studying how light and color are related, like in a rainbow.
Right. Here you go. Sorry, that's a rainbow trout.
My dad would like that.
There we are, a rainbow explanation. And how about this section on light and color?
All right. We're also studying the blue whale.
Blue whale coming up. There he is. Also on the same page, the blue shark, blueberry, bluebird, and bluebeard.
We're not studying him.
Well, you never know. It's like an additional source beyond your textbooks. You can use this from junior high through college. And then when you get married, it'll be here to help your kids with their homework.
I'm too young to get married.
Probably.
Isn't it time for the 800 number?
Definitely. Excellent. You're on.
To find out how you can own the new Encyclopedia Britannica, call this number and we'll send you this free booklet. And for previewing Britannica in your home, we'll give you this 3-volume desk reference set. So if you would like the encyclopedia...
First, I'll call this number and get the free booklet. One step at a time.
I suppose.
And now, back to our story.
Good evening, Captain.
Oh, good evening. What I can do for you?
You can keep quiet and get the keys to the cell. Come. Very good. Come with me, please. Ernie. Boss. Open those 2 cells, please. Mr. Maxwell, if you had received the correspondence from Naples instead of your nephew, you would have learned that I, the renowned Professor Hans Lindqvist, am an imposter.
Where is Dave?
Well, but out of the way for the time being. All right, inside, please. Good evening. There's something I forgot to look into. Would you give me a hand, please? Thank you. Oh, yes, would you please move that lower one for me? Thank you. You remain on guard outside, or we'll load the launch. All right? Now, yes, this is one of them.
extra keys in my desk on the right side on the drawer. Hurry up.
All right, let's go back.
Are you all right, Cease? I'll do. Where's David?
He's okay.
Professor. Let's go.
Hey, Capitano, I want to apologize.
Give it.
Thank you. Avanti, andiamo.
Cease, we better get you to a doctor with that shoulder. Hey, I thought I told you to stay out of this.
But Max, I had to...
What I was going to say was that for once, I'm glad you didn't follow orders. How did you stop that launch, anyway?
Fishnet.
Fishnet?
Signor Tianto the fisherman, he going to be very hungry.
Come on, Cease.
Once upon a time in the sewer, there were 4 cute little turtles.
Who suddenly went through this incredible mutation process and became the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles!
And then there was a sweet, charming rock musician.
Who goes out of control, changes and mutates into bebop!
Oh, my! Look, they've decided to play together. And of course, they all live happily ever after.
Now they mutate.
Fun playmates.
That's my little brother. I'm still in college with a couple of years to go. He studied electronics at ITT Technical Institute and is already working for a good company. While I'm studying the past, he's working on the future.
You can work on your future by preparing for a career in electronics at ITT Tech.
Call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0088 for an informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0088. Call now.
Gordon, right?
Yes.
Have you ever worked with anything high-tech?
No.
Thank you for the resume.
But we're looking for someone with
More education.
some experience.
Good luck to you. What you don't know can hurt you. So let ITT Tech help. Call 1-800-942-0088 for an informative brochure. That's 1-800-942-0088.
Next.
You don't need the discomfort of your period, but Tylenol, Advil, or Midol 200 only leave pain behind. You still may have tension and water gain, so do it right. Take Pamprin. It relieves pain, tension, and water weight gain. Pamprin. Period relief, not just pain relief.
Arthritis, tendonitis, back pain. Cool it, heat it with Icy Hot. Icy to dull the pain, hot to relax it away. Fast-acting Icy Hot. Icy and hot therapy for pain. World of Disney. Travel to the most remote area of the world, the exotic Arctic. Meet some of its most famous residents and see their strange but funny rituals. For the first time on TV, you can witness the drama and comedy of nature at work in the Academy Award winner, White wilderness.
Tonight at 8:30, summer's here, school's out, and Parker and the gang are looking to kick back, relax, and enjoy themselves. Catch an all-new summer episode of Parker Lewis at its new time right after The Simpsons on Fox 17.
Are you a ringer for Brenda or a double for Dylan? If you resemble any cast member from Beverly Hills 90210 or can look like you belong with the gang, then enter the 90210 Lookalike Contest. You could win a $500 Steccady's gift certificate and autographed 90210 sweatshirt. To enter, bring a picture of yourself with that 90210 look to any Steckady store and fill out an entry. 40 finalists will be selected to compete in a contest on August 22nd. Watch the show on these dates to see the finalists from Steccady's and Fox 17.
If kids want the state this month, while TV and radio stations promote the campaign.
Well, the main focus is to get them in shape. The average kid in Michigan is on the average of 4 pounds overweight, and as that kid grows up to become an adult, he grows up to become 10 to 15 pounds overweight. And you know, being healthy, that's your most important attribute that you have as a person.
Governor Engler has named Isaiah the state ambassador for youth and fitness. Cheryl Adams for Page 17.
You snooze, you lose, and that ain't cool. Don't miss the antics of the cast of In Living Color, Sunday nights at 8 on WXMI, Fox 17, Grand Rapids.
On this show, a Walt Disney true life adventure sweeps you away to an exotic frozen land.